Okay, for this section of the video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the brand new 20 gauge Baikal side-by-side that I bought for my kids, to help train them as we go out and do a little squirrel hunting at the end of this season. So, I got this as an FFL transfer, bought it online, had a very good experience with that. It was shipped to the FFL dealer here at the Fort Leavenworth Ride and Gun Club. They do a pretty good deal for 25 bucks. They'll receive your guns and transfer them to you, which works out pretty good. When I went by the Ride and Gun Club to pick this up, there were 6 or 8 gentlemen there, one of them who had owned this exact gun previously, another version of it. And I will say that even given the vast level of experience with shotguns that was present in that room, this was an extremely difficult gun to get together. The tolerances are extremely tight. So much so that I will probably at some point go through here, maybe with some Colgate toothpaste or some jeweler's rouge and a toothbrush, and I will polish the fitting parts so that they're a little bit looser, just a tad, just really polish them up so they slick together very well. But even with adding some grease to the contact points, it took a tap with my knee on the end of the barrel to get it to seat properly. So what I'm going to show you is how to take this apart, how I clean it, and then how to put it back together again, hopefully. We took this squirrel hunting this past Saturday. It performed very well. It's very easy to carry. It is a little on the heavy side for a side-by-side compared to others in its length category. This is a 26-inch barrel. They make a 28-inch barrel. I got the shorter one because primarily this is for the kids to take hunting. Before we took it hunting Friday at noon, I took the kids up to the Ride and Gun Club and let them shoot around a skeet with it. The kick was a little much for my 11-year-old girl. She wasn't entirely comfortable with it. Neither was my 9-year-old boy. Both were able to shoot with it pretty well. My 9-year-old and my 7-year-old boys both managed to hit a clay pigeon from the high house, which was pretty impressive. I didn't really expect them to hit any of the moving targets. I really wanted them just to have the experience of getting familiar with the gun, but they were able to hit with it first day. And now that I've put about 1.5 boxes of shells through this, it is starting to loosen up a little bit. I'm very happy at the price point that I paid for it. It's a very good gun, and I'm very happy with the purchase. It's a little snug, it's a little tight fit, and I was warned of that in all the online reviews that I read of it. So here's how you take this puppy apart. Of course, first thing you do is pull this this lever here up, check and make sure it's empty, which it is. All right. The safety is here. You push it up, that's ready to fire. Down is on safe. And there is a lever here. This is the takedown lever to take this handguard off. So I'm going to take the handguard off by simply pulling out on the lever, taking it down. All right. Now, to take the barrels off of the rear action, again, it's just like taking it, where you're going to load it or unload it, but without that handguard to stop it, it just comes right off. All right. So now we have the barrels. We have the receiver. We have the handguard. I prefer to use, especially for shotguns, a bore snake. The key to this is to remember you want the bore snake to go the same direction as the bullets, so I'm going to feed it in from the back end. Feed that weighted tip down through. I'm going to pull the bore snake through. And there you go. Now I've already cleaned this gun since we shot it, but I want you guys to see how that's done. This gun also comes with 4 choke tubes. There are 2 in here now, full and improved cylinder. It also comes with cylinder and open, I believe. I like to use a Q-tip. But again, this is already been cleaned. And I'm using, just because I've got some and I need to use it up, I'm using Miltech on this gun. I tend not to mix either I use CLP or I use Miltech or I use something else, but I try to keep the same for that gun. If I'm going to change, then I do a cleaning with alcohol, keeping it off the wood parts, but doing all the metal parts with alcohol to clean the old lube agent off, go to the new lube agent. But I have a variety right now and I'm trying to use them up, basically. And I've got a different product, slip, that I'm going to be taking to Afghanistan with me this year, using on my service revolver or my service automatic and my M4. And I'll let you guys know how that stuff works out for me. So you want to clean this face where the firing pins are, and I have grease on these contact points here. There's a little nipple here that goes into the bottom side of this. Now we're going to see how long it takes me to get this back together. Hopefully, now that it's had a chance to loosen up a little bit, it'll just fit right in there, and I'll be able to click this together. If not, this could turn into an adventure. And there you go. See? It helps to put a little downward and forward pressure here, but you just want to not get the heel of your palm caught in that. All right, so now that's together. I'm going to take this. That took about a 30th of the time it took us to figure out how to do it in the shop the other day. I'm going to stick this down in here and then pull out and up. And there you go. Now, when this travels forward, normally, the presence of this is actually this metal corner right here, prevents the barrel from coming all the way unhinged. So that's the Baikal 20 gauge side by side. I'll do a little close up before I turn the camera off. I'm extremely happy with this gun. I'm happy with the way it shoots. When I patterned it on the patterning board, dead level, up and down, and the two pattern shots, the center of the pattern shots at 25 meters overlapped into the size of a coffee cup, I would guess, is where the two centers, if you plotted the two centers from both barrels on the board, the very center of each pattern circle was inside a coffee cup distance from each other. So very happy with the way this shoots. Very happy with it as a training gun for my kids, and hopefully something that will be passed along to my grandkids. So, but I'll get a close up here and let you guys see some of the detail. As you can see, it's marked for 20 gauge, 2 3/4 or 3 inch. It'll shoot either one. There's the notch on the bottom. It has this center pin which raises the shotgun shells out of the breech so you can reach them. It does not have ejectors, so they don't come flying out.